If it had been a woman whistleblower to this, there had been other small cases of women trying to anonymously come forward that something weird was happening at the Burning Sun. They were slut shamed to hell and back. But now that there was a male at the center of this whistleblowing situation,
Right.
they felt like, okay, maybe we can also help bolster his story because we have our own stories about the Burning Sun.
Damn, that says a lot.
Yeah, a lot. I mean, just like the crime itself says a lot about the violence against a certain gender, and then this just reiterates that. So, you know, like I said before that, it was people like Minjung, people who are getting blamed, victim blamed, and now a man comes out and they're like, okay, maybe this is our chance to expose what's really been happening. So because of Kim, a lot of anonymous women start coming forward with their stories of the Burning Sun. Many of these stories would confirm Kim's allegations of police corruption because many of these women reported their essays to the police and they did nothing. It was revealed that the most commonly used to essay women at the club was GHB. It's called 물퐁 in Korea. Well, at least that's what most commonly used slang for it. It is the most commonly used date drug even here in the US. It comes in a clear liquid form or white powder that becomes completely dissolved and invisible in liquid. It is odorless, tasteless, and colorless. There was a journalist who experimented by taking GHB herself under the care of a doctor. She was so loopy. She alternates from being passed out to being awake and like writing things on her hand and talking about her mom. She doesn't remember a single thing. None of it.
Wow.
But that's not the only damage. Long use of GHB can result in poor memory and even brain damage. If you take a lot while consuming alcohol, it could even result in death. The victim usually starts becoming semi-conscious just from one sip. It's like the lights are turned off suddenly. But it can't really be detected that well. It's often compared to a state of dementia. You can walk around by yourself, but you don't remember walking around. And everything feels separated from your own free will. At the Burning Sun, some employees would request to be brought zombies for VIP room 3, for example. They'd be like, okay, we need zombies in room 3. Because GHB makes the victims able to walk and talk, but they're not there. They're not making any decisions themselves, so they know that these victims are either entirely unconscious or their cognitive abilities are all heavily affected by the. So they know damn well that there is no consent that is given. And the worst part of GHB is that the drug is basically untraceable. I mean, yeah, it's not untraceable, but it's not for long.
So that's how the girl tested negative.
Yes. So depending on the person, the drug can be completely metabolized anywhere between 5 to 24 hours of use. Meaning if you go home feeling like something very sinister happened, you feel like, okay, I need to get my thoughts straight before I go to the police station because I can't walk in there and say, I don't know, something happened, I don't know. But by that point, the drug would be completely out of your system.
Wow.
And you would be labeled as a flower snake in Korea. It's referencing a woman who seduces men, sleeps with them, and then wakes up the next morning deciding to sue them for money. In Korea, the drug is often described with this phrase, I did this action, but I don't remember doing this action. Which I think is a really good indicator of how hard it is in a place like Korea to prove that you've been drugged and assaulted and have the police take you seriously. At this point, everything starts snowballing. It went from a man was being assaulted and maybe a single VIP was assaulting a woman, or at least trying to. Then it snowballs into no, they are running a sex trafficking ring and there are many, many women getting drugged and assaulted by many different VIPs and the employees are all in on it.